the season, but you could just sort of feel the weight in the building of this one with the crowd, the energy, the way the game was being played.
Yeah, it was right from the start. I mean, we gave up a couple of kind of, I don't want to say casual goals, but they're a good team, and they don't give them those opportunities right off the bat. And we had to make some big saves later in that period, and then we got going. We responded to get the game to 2-2, but we were a little loose in some ways. But then again, I thought we battled, and we did a lot of good things. I thought all the lines were contributing. We got a little more engaged as the game went on, and I thought everybody was contributing. Minty came in, had a heck of a game. I thought Booz was out there, noticeable battling. But I think across the board, we love the contribution.
What does this say about this team that they can beat Vegas, home, road, overtime games to stay on top of this division and keep the pace in this division?
Well, it's kind of interesting. Both times we faced each other, the first place was on the line. So it's a long season. They're experienced. They know how to win. So hopefully we can reflect back on these type of moments that we can. At some point in the year, you're going to have to win, and you're going to be in a lot of games like that. But I found that our last 10 games or so, every game's been on the line, start to finish. So I think that's going to help us out in the process, and I think we can value the importance of every shift in key games.
Touched a little bit on Mintyukov. What did you like about his game and his response? It seemed like he was real strong around both blue lines tonight.
I thought he was good with the puck. I thought he was handy killing plays. I thought he was quick in the puck. I thought his play selection was good. Gap was way better, and I think that pair played a lot of key minutes.
You switched the pairings up again tonight a little bit towards the end. Is that just trying to find balance with the other two pairs?
Yeah, sometimes you might shorten the group there, and whether you're playing 4 lines, go down to 3, or you got 60, you might go to 5, might go to 4. I think that's the game and the way it's being played, and sometimes you get a little more when we think that they're probably doing a better job. Is part of that.
What are you going to do to clean up those net front issues that you had that led to those 3 goals?
Clear the puck out of the front of the net, and then knock them on their butt. But anyways, that's easier said than done. And but we got to be neater in that area, and not let them get in there first of all, but make sure that stuff's cleaned up. We have pucks that sit around that area too long, and we can be better at denying them access to that space.
Second to last shift in overtime, Troy, I think he gets the post, creates a great opportunity, has another one. Do you feel like that kind of handed things off for that final shift there? Do you think maybe the energy kind of creates a little bit of a balance maybe?
Well, we had a great overtime, and we had the puck a lot, and then we got a real fortunate break at the end and finish. But we had some good looks. I mean, Troy's was a great look, and we got some guys got good play recognition. We want possession. Our D are out there coming up and leading the attack, and it seems like every time there's an attack and under 3-on-3, there's an odd man break. So, some of those plays developed when we got opportunities off it. So it was they had the puck right off the draw, but after that, I thought we had most of it.
There's been so much focus on the young guys and their contributions, whether it's Cutter and Leo, but how much has Troy kind of been right behind those guys and as much of a leader on and off the ice as anybody else?
Yeah, well, I think he's very handy. I think we use him in all situations: power play, PK, 3-on-3, important shifts. Has the puck a lot, can make plays. Whether he's playing with Leo and Mac T, I think that lines work well when when him and Clyde's being together. I think that whether they're playing with Leo or Mac T, it's nice having those options. The same thing with Cutter and Vex. I think that that's worked out where maybe what's the other's not working. Maybe a flip flop here or there. Sometimes that you get a little excitement in the line.
Dostal made some big saves, obviously, but he also played the puck a lot tonight. What does it kind of do to your team to have a goalie that can give you that kind of option behind the net? It's like almost a third D.
I agree. I think it's a great asset to have. I think as a defenseman, there's an appreciation factor when you know that you're vulnerable and be exposed to a big hit, or he can free it up, or he can basically invite the other guy, and then you can pass through it. So you can trap him on a pass with then sometimes he shoots it in the neutral zone. Sometimes he can pass it all the way up ice. So I think handling the puck is a great attribute for goalies, and I think it really helps your defensive zone and how much you spend in your own zone. Like just him leaving, whether it's a wrap or then all of a sudden that he does something that keeps possession off the exits.
You're at about the quarter points of the season now. Are you a little surprised at how well the team has has done, how well they've advanced?
Well, I thought we got off to a great start, so I think we pretty early on, I think we created a standard that we feel that's got to be minimally how we're going to play game in, game out. And I think we're improving as we're going along here. We're getting contributions from a lot of guys, and I think we're going to be working on consistency and trying to improve on our standard and looking to be a better all-around team without the puck. But that's it's a work in progress. But the guys are having fun, and it's been a good beginning.
Coming back to Dusty, I mean, some guys get more conservative playing the puck in big situations. He seems to want to play it more, I mean, especially taking advantage of space in overtime, but even late in the third. Do you notice him kind of wanting to step forward and help the offense a little more in those situations?
I agree. I don't want to say he's bold, but he's confident with it, and I think that's a sign that he's reading the play and he knows what his best asset is or what his best option is, and he's generally and there's safety after that too. So he's looking for the best opportunity. Then it's the safest, and I like his thought process.
Go ahead, one more. You can, you can let this win sink in for a couple of days, but I'm sure you'd like to see the team be a little bit more disciplined going forward.
Yeah, we talked about that. So it's that's the one area where we want to make sure that we don't want to lose momentum in games by the frequency we've taken some unnecessary penalties.
Thank you.
Thanks.